Hey, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I wanted to make a quick video. I was looking at a YouTube, couple of YouTubers was talking about the price of electronics going up. So I wanted to do some research myself. So what I did was I wanted to see what the difference between, how much a Steam Deck costs back then. Steam Deck came out in 2022, and it costs for one the $399 for 1 terabyte, and then 649 for 64 gigabyte, I guess. So, and then it says the other one was this is just regular OLED, not no regular Steam Deck came out in 2022 for $399 to $649, depending on how many terabytes. I don't really know all that stuff, so I'm just telling you what I wrote down. So 399 to 649. 64 gigabyte eMMC was for 399. 25 gigabyte was NVMe SSD for $529. This is back in 2022. And then the highest one, which was just a regular this was a regular Steam Deck, 512 gigabytes, I guess. It's 512 GB NVMe SSD, $649. So you could figure that out yourself. In 2023, the OLED came out, and it was a 512 gigabyte model, and it was for $549. And then it had 1 terabyte in it. So, trying to figure out what, did I write this down right? And then the one with the highest OLED was 1 terabyte was $649. Okay. So I wrote that down right. So I don't know. It says 2023 they came out with the OLED. So I was trying to look and see the different prices. Let's just scratch all what I just said about trying to give you the specs. 2022, the OLED came out $399 to $649, high end. Depends on, that stuff I just mentioned. So $399 to $649. And then the OLED came out in 2023, and it ranged from $540 to $649. So when I look on here, I can look on here and I can see, watch this. How much did the original Steam Deck cost when it first launched? No, I didn't say. Okay. So it says when the original Steam Deck LCD model launched in February 25th. When I did this at first, it talked, but now I didn't talk since I got in front of the camera. Anyway, I'm going to just read it all because I wrote it down. I don't know why I didn't use this. So it says when the original Steam Deck LCD model launched in February 25th of 2022, it was available in 3 different configurations with the following launch prices. 64 GB storage, $399. 556 GB, and it was $529. And then it says the 512 GB high speed storage was $649. Now I did that a little better. Scratch all that other stuff before. So the reason why I'm making this video, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff about how the consoles and stuff are getting so expensive because everybody wants to come out with a new console. Then I seen some YouTubers talking about the Steam machine might not come out because parts are hard to get because all these companies are hogging up all the, I don't know, RAM and chips and all that kind of stuff and jacking up the prices. And so Sony and Microsoft and all of them are trying to figure out how to make a console and try to keep the price down. But yet Nintendo's thinking about jacking up the prices, which they really don't want to, but they might. And then PlayStation 5 is still holding. And then obviously the Xbox Series X, Microsoft's machine, they done jacked it up 2 or 3 times. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I gotta share something with y'all. I'm a casual gamer. And I was talking to a guy at work, and I'm gonna get back on these prices, but I just want to share this. So I was talking to a guy today, and he was a big Xbox fan, and I was just talking to him about the Xbox Series X because I was telling him I was playing South Midnight. And so he was like, he's an engineer, and he works in a different department, comes out on the floor, he does this little thing because he's an engineer. Anyway, so I say, hey, man, I said, he's talking about, PS5, and he said, Vic, I haven't played my Xbox Series X in a while, and he was just saying he hadn't played, wasn't complaining about it, but, and I was telling him I was playing South of Midnight, blah, blah, and he was saying, well, he hasn't been, he said he's been playing his PS5 more than he's been playing his Xbox Series X, and this is an Xbox guy, and I was like, oh, yeah, he said, yeah, and then I said, man, I still like my Xbox, and he says, yeah, he says, but Microsoft's trying to come out with that, that high-end upgrade Xbox, slash PC console, and he says, and then they're trying to do what Valve, they're trying to do it like Valve do that, use what's that thing called, the trying to get to where they could sell all their games across the Steam library, I guess you call it. And they said Microsoft's trying to do that, and I said, yeah, I said, I said it's a nice little console. So anyway, he said, yeah, he said after that, he said, I'm not buying any more Xboxes after this. He goes, I'm just all in on the PS5. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah, and this is Xbox guy. He loves his Xbox. And I was like, he goes, because they're trying to do what, how you buy all your games on, what's that site called? The Steam site? Is that called Steam? I don't know, you guys. Anyway, you guys know how you get all the games on your deck, right? Your Steam Deck and PC. And he said that Microsoft's trying to do all that, and he wasn't complaining on it. He goes, man, I'm just not buying any more Xbox. I'll be on the PS5 from here on out. He goes, probably from, I'm done with the Xbox now. Really? And I just was listening to him. I was like, damn, man, it's like, wow. And he said, but he said, Vic, I ain't been, he goes, you know what I've really been playing? I said, what's that? And he said, I've been playing Nintendo Switch 2, because I said, oh, that's right. I said, your daughter's what, about 8? He goes, yeah. He said, he says, man, she's always like, Daddy, you want to play some? And I said, yeah, I see your point. He goes, oh, Vic, he said, because this is his first child, because this is a guy that didn't think he could have a kid, and he ended up, having a kid, and thank God, and he just never thought he'd be able to have kids. So I was like, oh man, that's so cool, but I was just kind of surprised that he just done with the Xbox. So I don't want this video to be that long, and I'll get back to these prices. I'm a casual gamer, and I like my Xbox, and I like my PlayStation 5, and I like all my game systems, you guys, and I'm just not feeding into that, the hate with the Xbox is dead and Microsoft is this and Microsoft is that. I still enjoy that Xbox Series X, and I was, after he walked away, he didn't say anything bad. We just conversating. And I was back there working, and I said to myself, I was like, man, I said, Vic, you just do what you're doing, He goes, don't worry about what YouTubers are saying or what 90% of people are saying about this and that. He goes, people want to get rid of their Xbox and you don't want to, that's fine. I'm a casual gamer anyway. I like all my systems. I like my Steam Deck. I like my Xbox One X. I like my Xbox. I love my Xbox 360. Love my PS3. Love my PS4. Love my PS5. And I love my Xbox Series X. And I was back there, I was like, huh. I said, dude, you just be you. Just be you. If you guys like your PS5, awesome. If you like your Xbox Series X, you got 90% of people telling you that you shouldn't like it because they ain't making no exclusives. I get it. But at the end of the day, man, if you like what you like what you like. Does that make sense? So I was just like, yeah. Because after we got done talking, I was like, nah, you know what? Why am I worried about everybody not liking the Xbox Series X? Why am I worried about everybody not liking the Xbox anymore? Because I know a lot of people like the Xbox 360. I did that. But I just want to throw that out there, man. I am a casual gamer, and I just love to sit down and play games. And I really don't. I ain't gonna lie now, my PS5 is a banger, but my PS4 is where I got most of my memory. And my PS3 is what started it all for me. Because I came into the gaming late. And Nintendo was Nintendo GameCube, man. I still remember when I got my little boys that box and stuff, and then I like Nintendo and I like my Switch, man. I just never did want to upgrade to the new Switch. I just like my old Switch. Kind of glad I did. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. You like what you like, and don't worry about what the majority of people think. If you're the last one standing and you still got an Xbox Series, oh well, because I'm putting it out there. I love my PS5. I love my Xbox Series X. I love my Steam Deck. I love my Switch. Damn sure love my Xbox 360. Damn sure love my PS4. Damn sure love my PS3. Kidding me? And the PS4 is what really did it for me, because that PS3 is what jumped me into that PS4. So that's what got me into gaming. That PS3 just jumped me all into gaming. So when that PS4 came out, I was just all in. So I played a lot on the PS4. It's the PS3 that got me into the PS4. The PS4 is the one that I gamed the most on, because that PS3 just jetted me towards that PS4. So no, and at the end of the day, man, you still have memories. Don't you have memories of somebody that you might have went fishing with or something? You can't sit back and say, well, it sucks, man. They're dead and gone now. No, you still have memories of what that person that you went fishing with, or you went and took that trip with, or somebody that you really got into, and they're no longer with you. You still have that memory of whenever that golden time was. It's the same way with these systems, man. I've had some great years with that PS4. The PS3, I had so many fond memories when me and the kids were struggling trying to make ends meet. Man, that was the first system we bought in the house, besides the GameCube. GameCube was the official one. And we had a PlayStation 2, but we was renting it, and we were so poor we had to give it back. But I ended up buying the PlayStation 3. So that was the one that just jetted it all. So yeah. But anyway, I want to get back to these prices, because I wanted to actually see what the actual price, what the Steam Deck is now. So I looked on site, and I'll make this quick. So it says Steam Deck handheld is $579. That's on eBay used. Valve Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte 7.4 inch 1280 by 8 PX, $1,259.99 at Walmart right now, brand new. Here's one, Valve Steam Deck handheld, black, 512 gigabyte, $579, used. That's used. It cost $399 to $649 when it first launched in 2022. A modded Valve Steam Deck with something, and it's used, and it's $650. I ain't into the ROG. I heard it's nice though. Valve 2023 Steam Deck OLED 512 gigabyte black size 12 GB or whatever. Y'all know what all that stuff is. I'm not getting in it. I'm just gonna give you the price. $839. $839. Let's see here. PlayStation Portal. Let's see. Valve Steam Deck 512 GB handheld console, $599 used. Open box Steam Deck 1 terabyte handheld console, $699 used. Come back here. Get back here. Let's see. Valve Steam Deck OLED 7.4 inch 1280 by 80 handheld, $899 at Walmart. New. Valve Steam Deck OLED 2 terabyte handheld at Walmart, $1,099.99. This ain't off no private site. This is Walmart. Valve Steam Deck OLED 12 GB 1 terabyte, $799, but it doesn't list if it's on eBay, so I can't say if it's this Valve Steam Deck OLED, the ultimate handheld, $799. That's on eBay. So one's on eBay for $799, the other one's on eBay for $767. This other Valve Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte black, $899 eBay. Valve Steam Deck OLED limited edition, $679 on eBay used. Valve Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte handheld, $949 at Walmart. So, yeah. Valve Steam Deck OLED, $779, $767. That's brand new. I just wanted to put this video up because there is some truth to things going up, what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I just told you guys price increase. And yeah, I was fumbling my words when I was trying to write everything down when I could have actually looked at this phone and just read it off the phone. So anyway, yeah, I'm glad I got my Steam Deck. I think if things don't improve, I really think things are going to get expensive, you know. So some of you guys out there that's already got your gaming systems, y'all be happy. But I just wanted to drop this video and let you guys know that some of these prices are getting pretty up there. I just thought I'd tell you the prices when it first came out. And if you like gaming, you're gonna have to pay until all this stuff subsides with whatever's going on with the chips and the RAM and all these companies buying up everything and jacking up the prices and stuff. Because at the end of the day, like this guy on this YouTube channel, is why I'm uploading this. He said that the Steam machine might be on hold because they're gonna have to, if the parts is cost. I'm just saying, if the parts cost as much as they're saying it costs, and people are charging these companies that much money for all these things. Now I don't know about the PC, but I think PC is probably going to go up as well. And what I mean by that, PC is already kind of expensive in a way because of the fact that they just got some good quality stuff that makes the picture look all right. I don't know anything about the PC. Well, the closest thing I got to PC was the Steam Deck, and I love my Steam Deck, and I love my PlayStation 5, and I love my Xbox Series X, and my Xbox 360, and my PlayStation 4, and my Switch, Xbox 360, Xbox One X, Scorpio Edition, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 Pro, and the PlayStation 5. I think I named them all. Steam Deck. But you ought to be glad that you got all these things. Because if it's going up like they say it's going up, then a lot of us is already set. And I don't really think there's going to be any relief anytime soon. So I just wanted to drop this video. I didn't want it to be too long. And I hope this video made sense. Because I was a little rough. I don't know why I just didn't look at the phone instead of writing all this stuff on a piece of paper. But yeah, I think things are going up on this. I think the prices are going up on everything. And I feel bad for Switch. If the Switch jack up the prices, because everybody already mad about the, Nintendo Switch being whatever the price. But I will be honest with you. If I really wanted one of those things and I had a couple of grand, I said a couple of grand. If I had a couple of grand, and if I really wanted to get something and I didn't have nothing, and I really wanted to get something and I was able to get it, and somebody say, hey, it's going to cost you $1,100 something to get this, because if you really want it, prices are high. Sorry, man. A couple of years ago, you should have bought it then, but you can't. I'd be like, I want it, man. I got $2,000 on me, man, so I'm going to buy it. I just know how I am. So I'm just saying that either you don't buy, or they're gonna have to freeze and stop. And what I mean by freeze and stop, maybe they just need to stop making these new consoles for a while, you guys. They need to let this thing roll out a little bit. You know what I mean? I think we'll be fine. I really do. I think we'll be okay, man. If the PlayStation 6 don't come out until the end of 2029. I really do. I think we'll be okay. That way our PlayStation 5, man, can be the top dog right now, man. Let that thing be the top dog for a while, man. See, you notice? I ain't say anything bad about mine. This and that and rawr. Because, you want to make a YouTube and put this thumbnail up there, especially with this Xbox is dead crap. That stuff's getting old. Now, don't get me wrong. You want to get rid of your Xbox because whatever, that's fine. I want to make sure I put that out there too, but sometimes this just gets a little old. I'm like, damn, here's another Xbox is dead video. Here's another Microsoft suck video. Here's another Microsoft is throwing the towel video. It's like, fuck, man, can't you just play a game? Damn, man, what the hell? I understand you need views and shit, but damn, man, I'm like, sometimes I catch myself clicking on the shit too, and then I'm sitting there going like, Vic, you shouldn't even clicked on this because it's the same thing. They just need views. Are they lying? No. I get it. It's like the other day I got home and I seen that Insomniac, who used to be owned by Microsoft, and, I think Microsoft had him at one time. It gets me, Insomniac works for Sony, and they could put out some killer, as far as we know, Spider-Man games, and what's Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and then Miles Morales, and then they're working on the Wolverine. So far, they are just rocking. How come they didn't do that when they was with Microsoft? I just don't get it. It's the same company. I just don't understand. There's something about Sony that can make you make good games. I don't know, you guys. I just thought I'd put this video out because it just freaks me out a little bit because I'm like, I don't understand. But, at the end of the day, you guys, enjoy your games. My son got rid of his Xbox. He's just all PS5. Guess what he said? He didn't say anything. He said, Dad, I just don't have no use to own it. He said, I'm just all on my PS5. So he just got a PS5 Pro, and he got him this really nice, screen to go with it, and it's a nice setup, and we're all happy. He's happy gaming. I'm happy gaming. Are you happy gaming? I am. I ain't really, and that's why I'm putting this video out there, because I'm just telling you, man, I like my Xbox Series X. I really don't see a damn thing wrong with it. I turn it on, man, sure. Yeah, I get it. They ain't making no excuses. Yeah, I get it. They're making games for everybody. I get that, man. But at the end of the day, I can still turn on my Xbox, man, and play a game. I can still buy a digital game if I want to. I can even put a physical game in there. Damn good 4K movie play. I'm going to watch a 4K movie tonight before I go to bed. I've been watching Maximum Overdrive. Bought it on 4K. Looks good on my Xbox Series X. And I'm playing South of Midnight, and I'm very much enjoying that game. But I just hope this video makes sense, you guys. I just wanted to give you the... Sorry about that intro, though, because I don't know why I wrote all this down when I could just look at this phone and read it off the phone. But I just wanted to let you guys know that these YouTubers that's telling you about the pricing and everything and how these companies are supposed to be buying up everything, and they're trying to cash in on this AI and all that, and buying up everything. And then if you do want to buy some of it, it's going to cost you kind of a whole bunch of money. And then the companies that are trying to launch a new system, they got to figure out how to price point that. You know what I mean? So good luck. Good luck. But for some of us, we don't need that good luck because we already had good luck because we had enough common sense to buy stuff. And a lot of y'all going back to your old game systems anyway. Not all y'all. But there's some people out there that still plays the PlayStation 3. Now, you understand why the people for the PlayStation 4 are not coming off their PlayStation 4s and crossing over to the PlayStation 5? But they might cross over to PlayStation 5 now because PlayStation 5 might be around for a long period of time. It ain't going to bother nobody. Why? It's because the developers are going to be able to do more stuff for the PS5 and just make the games run really, really good because you're going to let the PS5 be the Mac Daddy for quite a few years. Let that PS5, man, do its thing, man. It's like the PS4. It's like the PS3. The PS2 and the PS3, and then the PS4. But the PS5, y'all just like, oh, well, forget it. Let's go straight to the PS6. I'm like, come on, man. We already had the COVID thing, so I put that behind. You already had the freaking, what's those dudes called? The people that bought them all up. What's those people called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm tired of getting in front of this camera and forgetting. Anyway, you had those people that bought up all the systems, and then y'all was out, and then some of y'all was out there buying PlayStation 5s because you couldn't get them, and y'all was paying $1,000, $1,500 for one PlayStation 5. And then when the PlayStation 5s were available, most of y'all got the PlayStation 5, but then you guys said there ain't hardly any games out for the PlayStation 5, so you was complaining about that. And then some of y'all wanting the PlayStation 6 already, which is fine, but I'm just saying, so these prices, man, are all over the place. But for some of us out there, we already got our game systems, and I'm enjoying mine. I'm playing South of Midnight on my Xbox Series X. And then I got a game that I'm playing on my PlayStation 5. What is that game I'm playing on my PlayStation 5? I put a game in the other day I was playing on my PlayStation 5. I really love that game. It's that new Star Wars Outlaw. You know why I like that game? I can just get on that game and just do a couple missions. Boom, get off. Next week, I don't play it for a couple weeks. Get on, play a couple missions, mess some stuff up, get through a couple of missions. Boom. Eventually, I'll fix that game. I'll finish that game. And that's why I enjoy gaming. I'm a casual gamer. That's all I got, you guys. God bless, take care. And I did not want this to be this long, but for some of y'all that watch, and I think I got some new subscribers. Thank you guys, all y'all. I don't ask for subscribers. That's just something I just don't do. I'm just grateful that people watch this stuff. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.